Hello and welcome to Borders Rugby Special, and today we're here at Netherdale for our first local derby of the season. It's a Tennent's National 1 match between two great rivals, Gala and Kelso, but before we go to the commentary box, let's hear from the coaches.
Yeah, look, I think obviously off the back of last week we were disappointed with our performance, so but that's in the past, so we've had a good week of training and we've got to rectify some things, but the guys collectively as a group know that, and if we can put in a good performance, hopefully we can come out against a strong Kelso side who are unbeaten obviously for 2 good wins. But the main thing for us is performance, and if we can get that, then we think we can beat this Kelso side. Look, it's obviously a border derby, and people say form book and all that stuff goes out the window, but as I just said, the performance is the most important thing for us. Like, we're trying to build a culture and a squad here that's able to go and perform week on week. And obviously the first week we did well against Stirling, then we had a little setback, but that's life and that's rugby. But the best thing about sport is you get another chance in the next week straight away. So hopefully we can continue that run, but we know we've got to perform well to do that.
Local derbies, it's a very tough game, always a tough place to come to. But we're under no illusions. Gala, obviously we got beat last week, but they had a good start the week before. We've had a couple of wins under our belt, but me and Brucey were taking it week by week, game by game, just try to build a sort of winning mentality, get that back at the club. And listen, it's a great place to come, and I think it makes for a good game this afternoon.
Look, we've picked a side that we believe can put us in the right areas and hopefully control the game, and I think that's the most important thing. So look, our decision makers will have a big influence on this game, and as they always do, and hopefully that takes care of itself.
You've had 2 wins on the row, but you've never won at Gala for quite a while, so hoping to break that today?
Funny you say that. That's been mentioned a few times this week. I think it was 15 years. It's the last time we won here, and I think I was lucky enough to kick the winning penalty. It's 15-12, so that has been a long time since I've kicked the winning penalty. So no, that's not good enough for Kelso. That's not good enough standards. Can you what set at the club? 15 years is a long time, so it's got to change sometime, and hopefully we're going to change it today. Just fully confident going into the game.
And welcome along to this National 1 derby between Gala and Kelso. And Kelso are just making their way onto the pitch, hoping to build on what has been a good start to their season. 2 wins, one on the road against Cartha Queen Park and one against Highland last week. A very convincing 43 points to 3 win against Highland. So they'll be hoping to try and make it 3 out of 3. They start today with Ryan Toogood, Kevin Dryden, Terry Logan, Keith Melbourne, Greg Sesford, Archie Cowans, Billy McNeil and Bruce McNeil in the forwards. And in the backs they've got Andy Tate skippering, Murray Hasty at 10, Andrew Thompson and Matt Kindness on the wings, Frankie Robson and Dwayne Patterson in the centres, and Greg Ponton at fullback. And it's the home team now out onto the field, and they'll be hoping to try and bounce back after a defeat on the road to Ayr last week. They started their season off with a win against Stirling Wolves, a very convincing win here at Netherdale, and they start off with Kyle Scott, Jack Eason, Marius Tomatasis, Cameron Tate, Glenn McCrum, Stephen Cairns, Liam Scott, who's skipper this afternoon, Ewan Dodds, and then in the backs they've got Lachlan Johnson, Craig Dodds, Simon Fairbairn, Gregor Mean, Murray Wilson, Fergus Johnson and Scott Peffers. So we're about to get underway here, and Craig Dodds is going to be getting the game underway, and I'm joined alongside me today with Fraser Harkness, Neil Hinnigan, and we've got Ian Herd as well, so we'll be hearing from them shortly as Craig Dodds gets the ball hoisted into the air on this glorious mid-September day here at Netherdale. It's very rare to see the sun shining this late into the year in Scotland, but certainly it makes for a good open game of rugby as the ball's just set up on that far side, gathered well, another pinpoint drop goal for a restart there from Craig Dodds, managing just to get the ball back and try to set up a platform in midfield, and it's Stevie Cairns taking the ball in there to try and make some inroads. It was Ewan Dodds supported by Stevie Cairns, but the ball's over on this far side, and it's a good break there from the Gala winger, again just making slow and steady yards here, and it's Lachlan Johnson just feeding the ball out into his supporting runners, trying to build up a platform, but the Kelso defence looking very structured. There's a little bit of gap over in the far side. Gregor Mean now getting a little bit of space there, looked a little bit forward. The referee's had a look at it but let things play. They did look slightly forward, and there's going to be an advantage to Gala here, and it's Lachlan Johnson again to set up. I can see Neil Hinnigan just shaking his head to my right hand side. I don't think he's happy with that, but it's a great ball over, a little knock on, and it's going to come back for a penalty. So it gives us an opportunity to hear from our co-commentators this afternoon. Neil, not happy with that decision there?
It was forward. I think you would agree with that one, but however, that's, the penalty wasn't down to the referee, that was down to our indiscipline, so we've got to sort that out, but yeah, it's certainly good forward.
And Fraser, a positive start there from Gala, looking to build phases and retain the ball.
Aye, I quite like the Gala team. I quite like the wee scrum half. He seems like he's a handy little player. I've heard a wee bit about him and kind of watched a few of Stuart's clips and stuff, and I think he's a handy little player. He'll be a handful a day. Steady start. They've got themselves in the game. They're into 22. Let's see what they can do for here.
Yeah, definitely got a good platform to start off here. Lachlan Johnson, he's a couple of years out of junior rugby, and he certainly had a good start before COVID hit, and it certainly looks like he's filled out a little bit as well, and certainly matured, and he'll be looking to try and guide this Gala pack forward. Good line out taking at the rear there, and Gala try and set up a maul deep into the in the 22, but it's going to be a penalty there for driving into the side. The referee penalising Gala, and it's going to be Kelso to clear the lines. And Ian, gives you a little opportunity to hear your voice as well. The right decision there from the referee?
I think it looks like he's penalised Gala for going in front of the ball carrier. So the supporting players to try to drive on the maul, looks like they've gone in front, which is what he's penalised them for there. It gets picked up sometimes it doesn't get picked up.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you're here because I was wrong. So I'm not the best at the laws, so that's why you are on the comms today. And Kelso will be looking to try and get some ball because they've not had a lot in these opening exchanges. We're about a couple of minutes into this game, and it's the first opportunity for Kelso to get the ball in hand. A steady line out there. The maul doesn't seem to be going too far. Gala look like they've got a little bit of a counter push on there, but it splinters off of the side, and Kelso managed just to take the ball up into contact, and Andy Tate, the ever reliable scrum half for Kelso, just feeds it off to a supporting runner. And Kelso again just looking to try and get themselves into this game nice and steady. Now Bruce McNeil coming round the corner, a big hit into the Gala defence, but they've held up well there, and they're trying to compete on the ground as well, but the referee is just going to penalise that for not releasing the tackler. And again Bruce McNeil, and Andy Tate's going quick here. He's found a little gap over the far side. Lovely offload out of the back door there from Andy Tate. Finds a runner there for Kelso, and they make their way up to the halfway line. Murray Hastie now, he finds Bruce McNeil. Bruce McNeil again will try to make some inroads there, and it's Gregor Mean who makes the tackle, and Andy Tate sweeps up the ball. Frankie Robson now trying to make a little gap there. Obviously ex-Gala as well, originally from Kelso. He's a very powerful runner when he gets the ball in hand, but he's been thwarted well there by Gala. And now it's Terry Logan trying to take the ball to contact, and he just knocks the ball on, and that was an opportunity there for Kelso to try and really pounce and try and stretch this Gala defence, but an unforced error there, Neil.
Just timing was off a bit there, and it was a bad drop ball, but fair play to Gala. I think the defence was up well there. They've actually defended about 3 or 4 phases there from Kelso, and they defended it well. I think we just need to maybe keep the ball a little bit tighter there and then try to move it after. I think they were just trying to stretch it too quickly.
And Gala will be looking to try and pounce from what is an attacking position, and Herky, you'd love a platform like this for an attacking fullback. It's a really good position.
That's a great position. I think they've set up that way. I think they're going to come to the right with the 9. So
yep, Ewan Dodds off the back.
Defend it well.
And it's Peppers now stabs a little ball through, and he's got Greg Ponting at the back just watching that ball go out. A really good kick there from Scott Peppers, who's just stabbed that ball deep into the Kelso 22. And obviously this is now going to be a line out to Gala, Herdy.
50-22.
Yeah.
So obviously it was inside his own half, kicked it into touch, not on the full, and it's the attacking team that get the line out. Yeah,
really good attacking play, obviously trying to promote attacking rugby, but it's the line out. It's not accurate there, and it's going to be Bruce McNeil, I think that's trying to kick it down the field, but it's an opportunity here for Peppers to try and open up the Kelso defence. Just gets caught, and it's Kelso looking to try and kill this ball here and try and force the penalty, but it's well retrieved back there. Ewan Dodds to Gregor Mean. Gregor Mean looking for his options. He's a little bit slow in kicking that away, which gives Kelso a little bit of time, and he's trying to take on Stevie Cairns. He goes round him and he goes back on the inside, but Stevie Cairns does well to gather and get back, and it's well gathered there by Cameron Pate, who takes the loose ball, and it's Gala again. A bit of a scrappy start to this game, and that was just coming round the side there. Billy McNeil, who's just came round the side there and just tried to take Lachlan Johnson's head off, I think, and he's been penalised, and it's a good attacking platform for Gala to try and stab it into the corner and maybe try and hit their lineouts and make things a bit more accurate. But it's a very scrappy opening here, Herky, isn't it?
I think it's always going to be. I think I'm a bit frustrated with the Kelso winger there. He could have just took the contact, set up the play, and then Kelso keep the ball rather than try a 50-50 offload.
Yeah, they're inviting pressure, and Gala have just not made it count yet, but it's a line out there again. It was almost another opportunity missed, but Stevie Cairns managed to gather up the loose ball, and Gala are a couple of metres short of the Kelso line. It's going to be a monumental effort to try and keep Gala out if they can get it structured, but the referee is going to bring that back. Again, Kevin Dryden just getting upended, but it's a knock-on from the line out, and the referee's going to bring the scrum back. Gala put in here, and again another platform to go, but Gala's line out is just really not firing so far. Gala here with the scrum put in there. It looks like it's got a little bit of a shunt on here, and Ewan Dodds will be doing well to try and control this at the back. It's popping up in the middle, but Lachlan Johnson is just going to have to try and get that away. It's going to be a penalty to Gala. The scrum popping up there, and it certainly looked like Gala had a lot of pressure in that front row.
I think it's safe to say this isn't coming out to the box.
Yeah, I think this is certainly going to be...
They're going to go for a push here.
Push over, and Ewan Dodds, really good footballer as well, so he's trying to go there. He picks up, he finds the winger on the right hand side, and it is a great pick up there from Fergus Johnson, and he goes in for the opening score here at Netherdale, and it's first blood to Gala.
I think Gala fancied that, that's why they went for the scrum instead of the kick for the post of 3 points. They obviously felt they had someone in that scrum, and to be fair, I didn't think it was going to come out, but again, that's a good finish by a winger. Great fish, great vision by Fish, just to see him on the outside, knew what he was doing. How many times have we seen him do that in a Gala jersey?
Craig Dots to try and add the extras, and it's snuck through there, just on the right hand side, so the first real time we've seen them inside the Gala half, and Andy Tate, he's got an abundance of talent in that backline to pick from. Murray Hastie, Frankie Robson, Dwayne Patterson as well. Greg Ponting can certainly stretch his legs as well, so Andy Tate here has got the ball into the scrum.
That's a better scrum for Kelso there.
Yeah, and Bruce McNeil off. Good to Frankie Robson as well, just firing off a great thing there.
There's the offload.
Back to Bruce McNeil. Bruce McNeil making inroads up to the 22, and he's hauled down to the earth there by the Gala jersey, but Andy Tate getting things going quick. It's just went behind the attacking runners there, and over the far side Matt Kindness now scoops up the ball, and Kelso have not lost it yet. They've got the advantage as well from the referee. Andy Tate has now got the ball away, but the referee is going to pull it back for offside, and Keith Melbourne's got the ball in hand. I don't think he's going to be going quick, but it's an option here for the captain Andy Tate to decide how he wants to play it, and he's instructed Dwayne Patterson to go for the sticks, and you would imagine that's a sensible option. First time really in the Gala 22, but it's going to be Dwayne Patterson to try and get the first score on the board for Kelso this afternoon. I was watching him earlier, he was certainly slotting them from quite far out. This is just the right hand of the sticks. We get a slow steady run up, and he strikes it with the right foot. We're looking for the touch judges to put the flags up, and they stay down, and that's a missed opportunity there for Dwayne Patterson. Yeah, it's been 15 years since Kelso have won here, so I think there's maybe a bit of nerves, but a little bit of interplay there between Bruce McNeil at 8 and Frankie Robson at 12. But on this occasion, Kelso are getting penalised for going off their feet, and it's going to be again, it's a bit stop-start this game, and there's unforced errors, but there's also, a little bit in the fact that the referee might be a little bit whistle happy here.
Well, that was one thing he did say pre-match to the players, that he was looking for any player off their feet. He was going to be sharp on it. So, and fair play to him that he actually has, he's warned them before the game. So, whether he maybe is a bit less happy, but we need to react to that a lot more. If that's what he wants, we've got to stay on our feet.
I think that's clever for Gala as well. I think, they had 3 boys in the contact and 2 came out when the Kelso boy went in. He's got nothing to hit, he's got nobody to hit, so therefore he has to go off his feet. I don't know if that's what refs are looking at now, Ian.
I think more than anything else with that one there, Fraser, it was much more about Frankie Robson making that second roll on the ground. Was the Gala player was there, had a chance to win the ball, and he then adjusted his positioning to stop the Gala player getting in, which possibly then led to the Kelso player coming off his feet as well. It's just that extra roll that they're trying to stop.
And again, that's an inaccurate line out there from Gala. That's my count, and that's 4 missed line outs they've had out of 5. So it's again, these little things, these little inaccuracies that are coming in, this game could be a lot more comfortable for Gala. But as it stands, it's still 7-0 to Gala and Kelso. They get the penalty here. Andy Tate just with the ball in hand, passing to Murray Hastie, and he's going to probably just punt this downfield, you'd imagine, quite tight to the touchline. So Kelso will be hoping to try and encroach on this Gala 22 at the very least, and try and get themselves on a platform that they can go and try and get themselves in the game. But as you said, Fraser, it has been one of those games, and it is another inaccuracy there from Murray Hastie, and it's now going to be kicked downfield from Scott Peffers, and it's going to be Murray Hastie who's got the ball back in hand, passes to Bruce McNeil, and he's going to just go one way, and that's forward. He gets hauled down to the ground there. Good tackle there by Fairbairn, the winger on the far side, and now Terry Logan offering himself up, stepping back inside to try and set up another platform for Kelso to go from, but things are just slowing down a little bit. But Murray Hastie getting the boot to ball, puts it up in there. He's got Dwayne Patterson chasing that, Ewan Dodds underneath it, and expertly taken there. He's offloaded back inside, and Dwayne Patterson was there, and that's very fortunate for Ewan Dodds. He could have had a bit of egg on his face there if Patterson had actually collected that ball and scampered in for a try. Yeah, I think Gala are probably in the same boat. Their line-out's not been too accurate, but the scrum here just inside their own half. There's Lachlan Johnson with a good pass out there to Gregor Mean. Gregor Mean tried to take it up, and he's picked a weak link there in Murray Hastie. It's a little bit of a
mismatch.
Yeah, mismatch in size there, certainly. Nice dink over the top from Craig Dodds. It's too heavy, and it's dribbled into touch there, or just sailed into touch over that far side.
That frustrates me, because he didn't have to do that. Yeah. He uses one pair of hands there, and that boy's in the space on the outside. You expect a bit, especially for a player of Dodge's quality, you expect that to stay in the hands, especially as you're trying to build momentum, to kick it away like that.
Yeah, off first phase. There was not a lot of room to move on that far side.
Gregor Mean had a good carry, made 5-6 metres, and then straight off that carry he goes to the kick, when in actual fact the pass is probably the better option.
Yeah, I don't know.
You've just turned the ball back straight over to Kelso again when you've not had it for long enough.
And I don't know if that line out was as it should have been, but it certainly came back in a Kelso hand. Now Terry Logan just going through the legs. Dwayne Patterson back down well to gather that, and it's going to come back on a Kelso side if they can get the bodies over. And Andy Tate has got an option there. Bruce McNeil on this far side, a little chip that has been charged down well, but Murray Hastie doing well to gather that ball at the halfway.
That's a fine.
And Andy Tate now trying to just take the ball forward. Kelso not making too many yards here, but they're retaining the ball. There's a little gap. Bruce McNeil, if he can get the offload, just not able to get that free arm, and Andy Tate just trying to up the ante a little bit, get the pace into this game. And Terry Logan is trying to get his weight and size into this game, and he's made a little bit of a better carry this time. And it's a nice
great ball,
a nice flat pass here from Dwayne Patterson. Finds a little gap, but the Gala defence was aware to get across and cover the space, and things slowed down slightly. So Andy Tate finding Murray Hastie, he dances back inside, and again Kelso just getting caught a couple of yards shorter. It comes out now, and it's Keith Melbourne gets the ball, keeping it alive here. Andy Tate really trying to up the ante here. Terry Logan finds himself in the channels. A good pass there to Andy Thompson, who's worked his way in field.
Just got isolated there on the wing there, avoid Thompson.
Exactly as you say, it's a good arm in there from Gala. Turnover, and Thompson gets isolated, and it's going to be a penalty here to Gala. But Neil, from your point of view, you'll be happier that Kelso are starting to build phases, but again getting isolated and coughing up cheap position.
Yeah. We are finding a bit more foothold in the game, and we're starting to put things together, and we're just bringing a lot of unnecessary pressure on ourselves. Some of it's still disappointing, and other things it's just little mistakes, but if we can get that right and tidied up, we can get into the 22 and start to get some points.
And it's a shortened line out here for Gala. They go to the tail. Ewan Dodds this time. Lachlan Johnson from the base, and it's passed through the back. Craig Dodds now finds Gregor Mean, and he's well covered there by Dwayne Patterson. Out of the line.
Yes, good work for Kelso there.
Well out of the line there from Dwayne Patterson. He makes the tackle, wins the penalty, and Kelso now get their own penalty. They've got a better chance here of a better angle to kick to touch to try and build a little bit of pressure. But again, defensively from Dwayne Patterson, that was exceptional.
Yeah, he's a quality operator for a 19-year-old laddie who run the Great North Run last weekend. And he's a quality operator. But I like the work from Mark Kindness there, because Patterson made the tackle, chopped tackle, and Kindness was straight on the ball for the wing. Just came in from anywhere, straight on the ball. Only gives the ref one decision.
I was going to say, do you not think that makes an awful lot of sense? If you chop tackle, the first guy in there is your own player, so he's right in over the top of the ball, and you're either going to win ball straight away or you're going to get the penalty.
And Kelso now just stretching his park, and they've got Kindness coming back on, just short of the ruck, offering himself up as an
good carrier, good solid carrier as well.
And now Murray Hastie finding a little bit of a gap there. It's certainly a bit disjointed, but Ewan Dodds does well through the legs there. That's good play from Melbourne. He finds
Have a go, son.
Patterson now on this side. Andrew Thompson makes good inroads, and he looks
off his feet. He can't base.
The referee's going to have something to do here, but Lachlan Johnson just gets the ball there. Did look like the defender was still up his feet. Johnson offloading well. Scott Peffords has got plenty of space here. He's got gathered well over the back of the head. Good offload, and it's now Pate trying to keep the ball alive. Peffords now's got the ball, and Gala from a defensive position now attacking deep into the Kelso half from a dubious decision. They win the penalty. Lachlan Johnson here,
just
and
like
Ewan Dodds just gets the ball out on the side and finds the winger just coming off his wing. He's snaked his way quite close to the line, and Lachlan Johnson has got an opportunity here for a quick ball, and it's Cairns round the side. Frankie Robson trying to defend. He sneaks over for the try, and Stevie Cairns gets a score from Gala from a dubious decision in the 22 and the few phases before, but it's Gala who pounce, get another score. 12 points to 0 to Gala.
I think Murray Hastie's got to do better there as the first defender. You know, Johnson, he's good footwork, he's powerful, but he's not the biggest.
Ewan Dodds is obviously bringing a lot of that there. Then they're picking on Murray Hastie, and why not? He's not the biggest.
It's the weirdest there.
But it's going to be Lachlan Johnson here on the halfway line, putting into the scrum. Ewan Dodds just scooping the ball back up. Craig Dodds now, and just out the back he finds Fairbairn on this wing, and now Peffords has got a bit of room, and he offloads there. It's good work for Johnson. Johnson just trying to dance and weave his way around, but Greg Ponton with great defensive work, but good work from Gala as well to get there. Gregor Mean offering himself up a really good line to make another few yards for Gala, just etching ever closer to that line. And it's going to be a penalty here to Kelso, but good play from Gala.
I think Kelso have got lucky there. I thought Gala actually cleared that breakdown out really well.
Totally agree, Harky.
Is he looking at the seal off there? Hurdy, is he?
That's exactly what it is, yeah. First guy in. It's a difficult one because there's nobody actually making any attempt to win the ball, but then again, are they not making that attempt because it's sealed off?
Again, it's Andy Tate now just stepping up to try and pass the ball to a supporting runner, and it's a good high need run from the second row for Kelso there, and Andy Tate now going back blindside to Terry Logan, who offers himself up for a nice carry there, and then picked from the ruck from Bruce McNeil, who does well to pick that up. And Andy Tate's now got options on this side. He's got Kindness finds Too Good in support there, and he sets up and making small but steady yards here. Kelso will be looking to try and keep this structure now. Terry Logan again just tucking the ball under his right arm and trying to make some hard yards there, but gets caught. And again, the second row there, Melbourne's been certainly offering himself up on numerous occasions.
He's carried really well there, but he could have been turned over there, but it's good work for Kelso to keep that ball.
And McNeil now, he's just getting choke tackled there from
he's on the deck though.
From Gregor Mean, but Andy Tate's now got the ball. It is going to be Billy McNeil taking into contact. Craig Dodds managing to bring him down. Andy Tate now just looking for options. He's not got anything on the left-hand side. Frankie Robson just looking for his options.
He's got to play.
Apologising for the crossing there, but Frankie Robson does set up well. I think the referee's accepted the apology.
He did well to step out there, because
Andy Tate doing well there. He's just offloaded the ball. I think Too Good there.
Too eager there.
Too Good almost with the option there, but it's crossing in midfield, and an opportunity missed there for Kelso. But you've got to say they certainly look structured and positive there as Ewan Dodds kicks it into touch for half time, and the score at half time, Gala 14, Kelso 0. And firstly, Fraser, you've got to think from a Gala point of view, they've certainly got control of this game.
They've probably controlled this game through their defence, to be fair. They've not been scintillating in attack, but their defence has been solid. You see how hard they're making Kelso work to score, and that's obviously what they're basing it on. They're a rough old day last week up at Ayr, but they've certainly come down here all guns blazing. But I think they're starting to tire.
It's been 15 years since Kelso have won at Netherdale, and it's certainly looking like it's going to be a hard task, but it was Fergus Johnson who got the scores on the board early on in the first half, and then Stevie Cairns just before half time managed to just add to that lead, and they were both converted by Craig Dodds, so it leaves Gala 14 points to 0 up at half time in this National 1 clash. The referee just checking the time, blowing his whistle, and Murray Hastie getting his left boot to the ball, and that's a high hoisted restart there. Ewan Dodds, the ever present underneath that, and takes the ball up, makes good yards there as well from Ewan Dodds from the restart there. and he sets the ball up, and Lachlan Johnson, the scrum half for Gala, he's had a very good first half, putting the box kick in, and it's going to be fielded here from Bruce McNeil. Bruce McNeil just looking to try and make some inroads there. He gets well defended there from Fairbairn, I think that is, on this stand side in this half, and Tate finds Cowans in open field, and Kelso now getting the ball back and looking to try and get the ball a little bit wider, but Murray Hastie putting his foot to ball. Dwayne Patterson is the man who's chasing down that hoisted ball, and it's well gathered there by Peffers, I think that was, who gathered that ball. It was Craig Dodds, the fly half for Gala, was the guy who defended that ball, but he's knocked it on. Now it's Dryden thrown into the line out again, going to the tail, and it's a really good line out, accurate line out, and Andy Tate finds a little gap there, a little offload out the back door to the supporting runner, and it's managed to sneak some more yards closer to that 22, and now Robson and McNeil, certainly a flourishing partnership there, out the back door again.
Well played with Kindness there, good football.
Really good work there from Kindness to keep the ball alive.
He's going to work hard here, though.
He's certainly going to have to work hard to get to the ground, and Gala just trying to wrestle this ball from his clutches, but it's come back on the Kelso side, working hard to get to the ground. Murray Hastie now finding a supporting runner over that far side, and that's a good tackle there from the Gala front row. And it's again some silky skill, but not able to meet the target. But the referee,
I think it's given for a high tackle. It looked slightly high.
I think the contact over here, though, Ian, you're holding that player up. That looked like it was a turnover.
I think the fact that Kelso got the ball to ground and then got it back quickly is fine. If Gala are a wee more savvy about them, just to lay on top of the ball, no need to roll away once it's a maul. So yeah.
Oh no, the ref's changed his mind now. Yeah,
the referee's changing his mind. He's had a little chat with the Kelso skipper Andy Tate, and he's given the penalty to.
There was certainly a block when the ball was kicked through, but I did think the tackle on the Kelso player was a bit on the high side before that.
And it's going to be Craig Dodds to try and kick downfield, and he's certainly found touch, and that's a good touch as well, just encroaching the Kelso 22.
Gala haven't played a huge amount of rugby, they've just been smart when they've hit the ball, and I think that's the difference.
Yeah, definitely been accurate, but Gala now just setting up the maul, and it's come to the back here. I think that's Jack Eason with his hands on ball now, just clutching on to try, as this is marshalled forward. Good inroads here on the Kelso defence. This maul, there's players being ripped to their shirts and everything in there, but it's certainly still staying true. It's going to ground now, and Lachlan Johnson looking to get the ball there. They've got an opportunity, free ball. Craig Dodds stabs the ball through, and it's well chased. Andy Tate gets that down. It's going to come back for the penalty, so wise option there for Craig Dodds to use the free ball, but it's going to be a penalty to Gala.
Like a yellow card, I think.
Another opportunity, and it's a yellow card to Terry Logan. So Terry Logan, who off air, Fraser Hartness was praising for the amount of ball carrying he gets through, is going to get 10 minutes rest. So.
In a situation like that, how do you know who's committed the penalty?
I think it was clear and obvious that he was the player that committed the offence. Whether it's a yellow card or no, that's a debatable one. I mean, people talking about being the first offence, second offence. I mean, Gala were marching towards the line. Has he stopped it? Not necessarily a try scoring opportunity, but a decent opportunity. Maybe that's what should be done, because it could be seen as being quite cynical.
Who'd be a referee? Certainly not me. Lachlan Johnson rolls the ball in again. Another solid scrum there from Gala. And Lachlan Johnson,
good scrumming from Kelso, a man down as well.
Popped out there, Lachlan Johnson just twisting and weaving, trying to keep the ball alive, trying to stay as tall as possible before the support gets there, and it does. It comes in abundance from Gala, and they've set up the ball there, and it's coming around the side, offering up support to the 9, and it's Gala just sneaking forward. It's slowed down slightly, but I think this will perhaps play into Gala's hands at this occasion, because they'll be wanting to try and really stretch his Kelso defence if they can manipulate the players. But Gregor Mean just finds the gap, he squeaks over the line, and it's going to be held up.
What a line though.
An opportunity there for Gala, and certainly Gregor Mean doing what he's done for years, and perhaps not seen enough of in recent years, but certainly just pinning the lugs back, picking the hole, and just running that abrasive line back into the contact area. Gala now is just a little dummy in midfield, and it's a carry there from the captain Liam Scott, And now Lachlan Johnson finds Craig Dodds to Gregamine for a little missed pass over on the far side. It's gathered this time, and it is going to be Johnson. Johnson's got options back inside. He does find the support and run. Peffers now with the ball in hand up to the 5 metre line, and it's Johnson trying to get the ball going quick. Jack Eason, he's just met with great contact there, well out the line there from Kelso, and it's certainly marched Gala back a few yards, but they've still got the ball in hand, and it's Lachlan Johnson trying to find Craig Dodds. Craig Dodds has got Ewan Dodds outside, but it launches a huge pass outfield. It's worked well for them, but Gala just missed that pass. They had acres of space on the left hand side here. Ewan Dodds now finding Gregamine, trying to just dance back inside. He's getting held up here. Frankie Robson doing some good defensive work. And now Lachlan Johnson again working hard, going from side to side. He finds Cameron Pate, who just tries to bump his man out of the road and sets up another ruck here. Certainly Gala have got some space over on the far right hand side if they can stretch it, but they're looking to try and go the route one to get over the line, and it's going to be another try here for Gala. And the man coming up with the ball, it's Marius. It is Marius with the score.
It's hard to stop a boy that size from there, you know. Even if you're getting low, he's still getting over the top of you. He's got the momentum from his other players as well. It's a tough call, that one.
And now Andy Tate, he's got Keith McNeil on the support and run, and they're again making good yards. Kelso when they've got the ball in hand. Dwayne Patterson now.
Here goes Kindness.
A good little break there from Kindness, certainly quick over that first 5 metres and just scampers through the gap, but he's hauled down to ground. And too good with a little wrap around there. And
Bruce McNeil straight through the middle.
He's got an option here. He offloads back inside, and it's a great drive from Kelso and apply. And really good play, and that's the experience and the intelligence of Bruce McNeil, just picking his line, arcing his run back in field, inviting the defence to haul him down to earth, and just gets that big claw sweep in with the ball in hand. Ewan Knox with the score, and it's the extras added there from Dwayne Patterson. The referee got a close eye on that, and Kelso trying to slow the play down and just trying to settle themselves again to get an attacking platform. And the referee is giving the try. Superb. Kelso getting over the line, and let's see who's being pulled up and hauled off the ground there. Is that Bruce McNeil with the score? Dwayne Patterson now with the opportunity to add another couple of points to the scoreboard. 19 points to 12 as it stands. This kick to come. Dwayne Patterson kicks it, and flags go up. 19 points to 14. And it's game on here, a game which has looked beyond Kelso for most of it. Has suddenly become a really competitive fixture in Gala. And against the ropes here, got a couple of replacements coming on. And it's Amos now. Amos finds Dodds. Dodds has found Johnson, that man that we were just saying has maybe not been as industrious in the second half. He's offering himself up for a little bit of support there. And now it's Peffers. Peffers is stepping back in field, and he's done him. And he's got support here, tries to get the ball back in field. It's Fairbairn off in the cut. And it's a ball back inside, and it is Murray Wilson who offers himself up. There was maybe other options there for Gala, but certainly an opportunity. The ball's popped out, it's on the Kelso side, penalty to Gala. And the referee's going to be having a little word here with Kelso.
Two players inside, and he's passed it the wrong way. You know, butchered another good chance of trying.
It's yellow as well, it's never a high tackle.
I think it's for the high, is it not for ripping out them all?
I think it's for ripping out. The referee's going to have a word here with Andy Tate, and he's also going to have a word with Kindness, and I think it is going to be Kindness to go to the sin-bin for 10 minutes. So Kelso,
that'll be 14 minutes to finish the game with 14 men, won't it?
Yes, it's going to be difficult for Kelso to try and...
Give it for the high tackle.
It's certainly for a high tackle. I mean, it's
opportunity here for Craig Dodds to try and stretch the lead, make it an 8-point advantage. Right foot, a difficult kick on this far side. He's trying to curl it round, and he's done exactly what he wanted off the tee. Kelso really now try and squeeze as much time out of this game as possible.
They need something. They did it.
No. Ewan Knox just thrown the line out long. Just Neil making a nuisance of himself as well, but Gala just managing to try and get her way out of defence. A high tackle there. And things are starting to just get a little bit frantic, and temperatures are certainly rising between the two teams.
It's a shame, because Kelso deserve to come away with something today. You know, they've actually contributed a lot in the second half to this game, and they deserve to come away with something.
It's going to be very difficult for them to come away with anything. They've got that awkward 8-point deficit to try and overturn.
It's quite frustrating, and that's Dennis Skeet red carded.
What for?
Because that's his second yellow, isn't it?
high tackle.
A high tackle there, Terry Skeet red card. That's going to be a very popular red card here at Netherdale for a guy that certainly played a wee while here for Gala. I don't know if that's a sarcastic laugh. I think it's mostly in good humour. It's going to be a knock-on, but it's going to be the full-time whistle, and it's all over here. It's Gala, the victors, 22 points to 14. And Kelso's unbeaten start to the National 1 campaign comes to an end, and Gala get their second win in this campaign to try and sweep closer to the top. But certainly, on the evidence that we've got today, it's a very close game. Kelso leading with nothing, but both teams putting up a very good performance. But on the balance of play, Fraser, you would say Gala deserved to get that win?
Definitely. I think they took their chances. The first half there, they were really dominant. I thought Kelso, if they'd maybe come away with something at the end of that first half there when they were camped on the line, never did. But they were a great second half. But I think you're probably right. I think on the balance of the game, I think Gala probably edged it. But frustrating for Kelso. They were so close to getting that bonus point and maybe even winning the game, and discipline just killed them in the end, really.
And Neil, obviously, it's disappointing from your side of things. Obviously, Kelso director of rugby, but you'll be bemoaning that kind of slow start to the game where you let Gala get in a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, I think Gala started the game really well. We obviously, for the first time this season, we didn't start the game well. Gala took it to us and they took their chances. I think second half we came out, if we look at the positives, Kelso, I think we had a great second half, and 19-0 down, to come back to 19-14, and I think the game could have probably went either way at that point. Shows a lot of character for the team. But we know it's got to be a learning curve, and it's a building season for us. So we probably learned more today than we have in the previous two games.
Yeah. But it is Gala who are the victors this afternoon. They've got tries from Fergus Johnson, Marius Tomasatis and Stephen Cairns, with 2 conversions and a penalty from Craig Dodds. Kelso, they managed to get on the scoreboard from Billy McNeil and Ewan Knox, and 2 conversions from Dwayne Patterson. But it's not enough to leave with any points this afternoon, and it is Gala who get all 4 points in this National 1 fixture.
I think we showed a bit of character, and a side like that, they're going to come at you with everything. They're physical, they've got some big boys like McNeil and stuff like that, and I think we fronted up well, so the turn leg will be a difficult one, but I look forward to it.
The pleasing thing is there we went, was it 21-0 down, and we came back, we stayed in the fight, and we a couple of minutes to go, we're still there, which is all we can ask. Listen, Netherdale's a hard place to come. There's no many teams will come here and get the win, and we knew that, and we knew we had to be on point. I think the first 25 minutes we weren't quite there. Maybe a wee bit of shell shock, because the first couple of games we'd controlled it from the first to the last minute. Today we never. Credit to Gala, they came at us and they put us under a lot of pressure, especially in the contact area. The back row was phenomenal, and we knew that was going to be the case. But listen, we're on our journey at Kelso, and one of the finished article, the main thing is that we learn for that.
They're definitely a threat. You can never write them off. They're that kind of team, and they're scrappy and they're physical, and they come at you with everything they've got. So we totally expected that in the second half, to have to front up, and yeah, there were points where we had to kind of compose ourselves and just try and organise it, and I think we did that towards the end. I think we were convincing towards the end.
So Gala have bounced back to win here at Netherdale and taken Kelso's unbeaten record. Next week we're at Philip Hawke for the Premiership match between Selkirk and Curry, but for now, cheerio.